Welcome back to Iceland. In this video, we're exploring some of the places we didn't manage to see the last time we were here. From experiencing a new thermal spa to walking through a valley dividing two tectonic plates, our second visit to Iceland was just as unforgettable as the first one. And we started it in the most relaxing possible way, a visit to the Sky Lagoon. As soon as you enter the building, every single one of your muscles is forced to relax. The dimmed lights and dark furnishings instantly help you forget whatever stress you came in with and make your heartbeat slow down. Once you've showered, you go straight into the warm water of the lagoon. The entrance is pretty magical. The vapor coming out of the water makes it so beautiful. The water in the lagoon is clear, unlike the blue lagoons, and you can actually wet your hair and dive here. We were here on a beautiful afternoon, and the lagoon was pretty crowded, but there were more locals than tourists here. It was a Friday, and there's no better way to start the weekend than bathing in a warm lagoon. The lagoon has many interesting features, from its amazing sea views to an actual waterfall you can stand on. If you choose the Pure Pass, you can experience the full 7 steps ritual. We skipped the cold plunge pool and went straight into the sauna.
And when I got there, I just felt, this is not for me.
No. Then the amazing cold mist room. After that, you scrub yourself with some salt, and you're supposed to survive the steam room.
Oh man, just kidding, come on, just kidding, come on.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's hell in there, it's horror. You have to be a certain type of person to survive that. It's time to move on, it's time to go right.
Then you have to shower again, and because my skin was burning, I finally went into the plunge pool and lasted about half a second in there. And back again in the lagoon. If it's your first time in Iceland and you can only visit one lagoon, we'd recommend the iconic Blue Lagoon. But if you can visit both, the Sky Lagoon is incredible and so worth it. We love both, but they provide very different experiences, so it's really hard to choose between the two. Our ideal trip to Iceland now includes a visit to both lagoons. If you've been to the Sky and Blue Lagoons, let us know what you thought in the comments below. The next morning, as we drove to Thingvellir, we saw this interesting looking church and decided to check it out. The church was built in the 1960s, so that's why its architecture stands out so much. The area was the location of early Viking settlements and farms. Legend says a Viking poet is buried in the valley along with his silver treasure. In front of the church, there is a statue of Olafia Johansdóttir, the Mother Teresa of the North. She was born in Mosfell in 1863, and she was a women's rights activist. This area is so beautiful. We still can't believe we were lucky enough to be completely alone here. First horses of the trip.
Little horses.
Little horses! Gosh, so many of them.
There's one here.
Aww.
And down there.
The Thingvellir National Park is one of the most visited sites in all of Iceland. It's just a 45 minutes drive from Reykjavik, and it's usually the first stop on Golden Circle. For some reason, it's the only UNESCO World Heritage Site in Iceland. There's plenty to see here, but we started with this waterfall. It sits right on the mid-Atlantic Ocean rift, where the valley continues to be pulled apart as North America and Europe drift away from each other 2.5 centimeters per year. According to folklore, this waterfall had prophetic powers for the year ahead. At midnight on New Year's Eve, it would run red with either wine or blood, wine promising prosperity and blood warning of war. That was so beautiful.
It was so pretty.
So powerful, that waterfall.
It's really worth coming here and see it. Because it's such like a smaller place compared to the other big waterfalls.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's really, really good.
You can then casually walk through the Rift Valley, which means you're literally walking between two continents.
This canyon is called Lagins Stigur, and it's the canyon that I and Hound passed on Game of Thrones to go to Castle Rock, I guess.
I can't remember the name of the town.
But in Icelandic locations, this is a canyon that they walk before they get to Gjein that we posted on our Icelandic series last year. Always one step ahead of the tour buses, yeah? Always.
Always. Trying to find Oxararfoss. Not successful yet.
We'll get there.
We then headed to the Kerid Crater. There is a small entrance fee of 400 Icelandic kroners, about €2. It's one of the very few places in Iceland you have to pay to explore. This is actually private land, believe it or not. Someone out there actually owns the crater. The colors here are insane. The earth is deep red and the lake is aquamarine blue. You can walk all around the crater and the view from the top is so beautiful. It's a very unique place to visit and it was more impressive than we were expecting. All we ate today was a cereal bar, that's it, and it's 12:43.
And drank water, that was it.
Yep. Cereal bar and water, that's it. We're going to Kaffi Krus, we've been there before, so we're looking forward to having some
Food was really good.
fish and chips.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's fried cod.
Yeah, fried cod, and it's so nice. Their chips are amazing. Let's go.
On the roundabout and take
We arrived in Selfoss. I'm so hungry. We stayed at the same hotel as last year, by the way. It's our favorite place to stay in Reykjavik. We then went for a walk in the city. Every time we come here, we find some street art we hadn't seen before and we love it.
I thought it was a plushie. It's an actual cat.
And that's how our first 2 days in Iceland went. Go check out our detour to the Westman Islands if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next episode.